Epstein list. I know that you should have been the AG. I think that was a huge misstep by you not being the AG right now. Everybody's not satisfied whatsoever with the release that they've given us. I spoke about this and asked you about this on your great podcast, Anchorman. Everybody needs to go to OAN and support the Herrings. Great family. But what I'm saying is, you know, when it comes to the Epstein blunder, you know, are we ever going to find out more information? And should we be holding Pam Bondi responsible? How much responsibility does she bear personally?
Well, I would release the Epstein files, and I think Pam Bondi will too. I think there are a lot of folks trying to get in the way of that, and I'm ultimately betting on the Trump administration's pretty sound record so far on transparency. But I think the far more interesting question is, what was Epstein doing and who was he doing it for? And you and I discussed this previously, but I think it's worth repeating for your audience. Jeffrey Epstein was working for foreign governments who were trying to get compromising material on U.S. leaders in politics and academia and industry, and not just U.S., but Western. And I think what was going on in the world at that time was the Iraq War. And you had countries who really, really, really wanted the United States to be deeply involved in the Iraq War. And one of the tools that I believe they utilized was getting Epstein to get this compromat. He was a bad guy, certainly a weird guy, but the notion that he was acting alone and not at the behest of foreign interests is false.
No, you're exactly right. And Matt, it sucks because, you know, my good friend Tucker Carlson, my biological stepfather, and, you know, a person I like a lot, Candace Owens, too, you know, she and Tucker get accused of being actually the most repugnant. They call them an anti-Semite. And I know they kind of overdo that, but they actually have a serious coordinated attack against their character. And it sucks when you talk about Jeffrey Epstein and you say, hey, listen, it might point to this, or you look at the 9/11 incident and there's 28 pages redacted about Saudi Arabia. Like, my point is, why are we covering up for foreign countries? It just, it makes me absolute
money.
I know money, but I'm not saying
the reason U.S. officials took steps to conceal Saudi Arabia's direct involvement with the 9/11 hijackers is because we needed Saudi Arabia to buy and sell their fuel and their oil in U.S. dollars. And if that happens, if that switches, it has cataclysmic effects for the dollar that could result in austerity in this country that no politician wants to oversee. And so the petrodollar has driven U.S. policy on that question more than logic or reason.
No, you're exactly right. Now, you know, that was a very serious thing, but I brought you on, Congressman, because I hate to do this, and Duro, I respect you so much, but can you just admit to the Congressman this is a safe space? What was it like at the Diddy party that you went to? What was it? You're in a safe spot. You're not gonna report him to the FBI, are you, Congressman Gaetz? We're gonna give him a free pass because he went to a couple Diddy parties.
Nah. I don't want to know what went on at any Diddy parties at all.
You can just lay it.
Diddy actually, we shot a music video. You know.
That's what I'm saying. So boom.
You know, but you know, even on that topic, man, I only seen him do music stuff. You know what I'm saying? In public spaces, I ain't never went to no private event or nothing like that, so I can't speak on none of that. I can only speak on the music side.
And, you know, this isn't a popular opinion, but you know, when he beat up Cassidy, that looked really bad, but they didn't arrest him. I think they might as well just free him. You know what I mean? I know that sounds crazy. It's an unpopular opinion, but if I'm saying free P. Diddy, Matt, am I smoking too much Delta 9 again? Am I on too many Delta 9 gummies when I say free P. Diddy?
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to attract a real wide audience to that viewpoint. You certainly wouldn't. You wouldn't bring me in line with it.
What about Duro, though? What about with the black audience? Would they like that? Because I'm a Michael Jackson truther. Did you know that Michael Jackson was investigated for over 10 years by the FBI? They never found any evidence of child molestation. And the guy, Wade Robson, in the documentary that said that he was molested was actually the lead character witness twice for Michael Jackson that he chose to put on the stand as his lead character witness. And I would think that Michael Jackson would be smart enough to not even risk putting somebody as their lead character witness in a court case, a serious court case, if you actually did molest him. So my point is, I think he was innocent. Black people love that because they love Michael Jackson, rightfully so. And P. Diddy, I don't know. Did they go? Is it a bunch of adult women agreeing?
Where are you on R. Kelly?
He peed on a girl. That's not good, but I mean, maybe she. I mean, you know what I mean? There's worse things that have been done.
All right. What about Bill Cosby? Was the cause innocent
rape.
too?
See, that's rape. See, that's like.
Okay. All right. So So Cosby, you do not give him the benefit of the doubt, but and R. Kelly, you don't give him the benefit of the doubt, but Michael Jackson and Diddy, you're given the benefit of the doubt too.
I do, because P. Diddy is inviting these parties. These people, listen, Matt, you know these people like to take barbiturates on their own. Now, half these people are roofing themselves, you know what I mean? We've been to these parties. You've seen a Darrell, you don't have to twist some girl's arm to snort some cocaine. I mean, come on, this isn't my first rodeo. So my point is, a lot of these people are willingly participating in these freak-offs. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I'd like to go to a freak-off. Didn't get invited, would have gone, but that's neither here nor there now. Maybe if I get him out of jail, maybe then I can go to a freak-off. So, all right, Matt, before you go.
Alex, is this you trying to start your own freak off environment, drawing your audience into the prospect of the Alex Stein freak off? Would you wear white? Would it be white, or would you go, because you're so white, would you have all black outfits at the Alex Stein freak offs?
Well, Kanye West has a new black outfit that looks pretty interesting. Have you seen his new outfit? He's got a pretty interesting one. His is all black. All right, Matt. We asked you about the Epstein. We love Kash Patel. Is he doing enough, though? Last question. Is he doing enough? Or is it kind of tough sledding?
Kash Patel is doing things you don't even know about to clean that place up and to make it better. He's crushing it. He's my brother. I back him 1,000%. This is the best duo we could have hoped for. I'm behind him. I think they're going to crush it for the country. And we're already seeing the results, man. The illegal caravans are turning around, and a lot of people are being held accountable. So we'll cheer them on.
Well, all right, Matt. Tell the people actually real quick before you go, how can people find you and support you? You got a great new show, but you got multiple shows at OAN. I love OAN. Great network, great people.
OAN's a great place. I've got the Matt Gaetz Show. It's on every night, 9 o'clock Eastern. And we've also got a podcast called Anchorman. We put it out on X at Matt Gaetz, and hope you'll join, subscribe, and be part of our community.
Well, actually, though, real quick, though, how do you you just said you like San Diego so much, but it is kind of libtarded, though.
I was being a bit facetious. It's crazy out here how they've surrendered to the homeless. I totally don't get it as a Florida man. Like, they treat the homeless like we would treat a bald eagle's nest. Like, you can't go anywhere near it. You can't disturb it. Like, in Florida, we just turn the hose on them. Yeah. And the notion that you would be in the wrong for turning the hose on the homeless would never be held by any jury in the Sunshine State. And so I've had to adapt, but it is cool to be able to be with Patriots at One American News, and look forward to continuing to make my show for them. Okay, this is actually the last and final question. To compare being a congressman to now you're a TV host, isn't it better to be a TV host? Doesn't it suck being a congressman? You can just give us a 30-second answer, because everybody. It's so much more fun to be a TV host, because I get to have great conversations with my friends and really smart people, and the people I get to bring on my television show are a lot smarter than my colleagues in Congress, and so I feel like IQ elevated just by virtue of osmosis. Well, thank you, Matt. Everybody needs to go support Matt Gaetz. And thank you. I know that we didn't agree on P. Diddy, but I think that there might be some evidence. I mean, Darrell went to the party. Like, we're on P. Diddy's side. You're not in a friendly zone, Matt. I mean, do you want to change your opinion before you go? First of all, if we had more time to spend on this, I would really push you more on the cause. You think those people going over to Bill Cosby's house didn't know what they were doing? Yeah, but he gave them Spanish Fly, and he gave them Rohypnol. They're just having one drink. You just said you believe people take their own barbiturates. Yeah. But what do you have against Dr. Huxtable? Listen, I've been on those text chains. You're going to a freak off. You're not going to the Diddy party to go do Bible study. You know what I mean? With Bill Cosby, you're going up to his hotel room. It's one-on-one. It does seem a little more predatory than a party where, listen. One-on-one? You going up to the Cos's room with the Cos one-on-one in the 90s? You don't. All right, man. Look, I trust the justice system to resolve these questions. It's interesting where you choose to draw the line. Bill Cosby's free. I went and saw a stand-up the other day. It was great. It was great. It was like $149 for the ticket. But yeah, Cosby's doing great. When my career as a television host is over, I'm going to follow the Cos's college tour like it's the Grateful Dead. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself